You're listening to Oilersnation Radio, presented by the Nation Network. Subscribe for free on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Oilersnation Radio pre-draft and free agency edition. Also, a quick programming note before we get into it. We are back to 2 episodes a week for next week only. Well, we'll see how the free agency goes.
I think we could do a post-free agency one Tuesday.
2, yeah.
Okay, so the next 2 weeks, we'll do 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, the next Tuesday is probably the 5th or something like that. So you'll have 4 or 5
Yeah,
days
so we'll have a lot to talk about on that Tuesday. All right, so next 2 weeks, expect 2 episodes at least of Oilers Nation Radio, though Tyler is going to be in Nashville. You're probably going to have a bonus one because you're going to be talking to Stephen Ellis.
Yeah, I'm going to find time to talk to Stephen Ellis about the draft. It'll either be released as an extra ON radio or an extra ON every day. One of the two. So subscribe to both.
Yeah, just subscribe everywhere.
Yeah.
The Nation Network stable of podcasts is robust, and there's something for everybody.
Will you be eating Nashville hot chicken while you're doing the interview?
Not wow, but I plan on having.
Why? That's one of the fun things to do.
He'll be there with Jay, so Jay is going to crowbar at least a handful of hot chicken sandwiches.
I'm surprised he's not there already.
Oh, he's been probably thinking about it.
That's why he was eating that salad the other day.
Yep.
Keep it tight.
Yeah.
Operation Keep It Tight. Got to happen.
There's a lot of stairs in Nashville, man. You got to be prepped for that.
Stairs, steps, fitness.
Will you be putting out more nation stickers? As I feel like the one we left at Bridgestone probably got taken down.
Bring some with me. Hey?
Mm-hmm.
That one will probably need to be replaced.
Is there a new one we can add to the, because inside Tootsie's is where there's the nation sticker.
There's tons of new stickers.
And there's the
stickers.
Leon, you're a hot bitch.
Yep.
So there's 2 stickers in Tootsie's already.
We have tons of more options now.
I think we need to get some more in there.
Yeah, 100%. We got oil up stickers that can go on there. We got the Leon, the hot bitch ones.
Hot bitch is already in there.
Oh, that one's in there?
Yeah.
I like it. All right. For our friends at Oodle Noodle, it's time for the delicious debate. 18 locations and counting. Remember, if you are in Edmonton, you can get a free sticker at any of the Edmonton locations. If they don't have any stickers in stock, just slide on into my DMs. I'll be like, hey, Jay, we need to restock at the Oodle Noodles. And he'll go, okay. If you live in Calgary, you're still SOL. Way it goes. You made poor life choices. Now you don't get a free sticker. Way it goes.
But
Tyler?
you get a noodle in Calgary.
Sorry, Mark Savard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you think all the Calgary Flames are leaving Calgary?
No stickers.
No stickers. It's true. People love stickers. Tyler, what is our delicious debate today for our friends at Oodle Noodle?
The game is called Over, Under, or Exact. And the question is, how many moves will the Oilers make in the next 7 days? So from right now until when we record next Friday, so it won't count for agency, how many moves will the Oilers make? The number is 2. Over, under, or exact.
Do draft picks count as a move?
No.
All right.
So just how many trades in general?
Trade, buyout, maybe. You think that's possible?
In the draft weekend?
In the next 7 days from now
the
until...
line is set at?
2. Over, under, or exact.
And qualifying offers don't count.
No.
So we're just talking you're taking over?
I'm pounding the over.
What's your guess?
My trick is
actually, you know what? Don't say your guess yet.
Yeah.
I want to get, so Dan's over 2.
Yeah.
We'll get your guesses afterwards.
Okay.
Liam, what are you at?
Under.
I'm also going under 2. Tyler.
I'm going under.
Rick?
Exactamundo.
Oh.
Okay.
So everyone, we got all 3 answers covered. Now I'm excited for the
I think so my guess is I think a Keller Yamamoto late round pick trade is going to happen. That'll be my one move that I'm assuming is going to happen at the draft.
That is also my pick. Kylie Yamamoto to the Chicago Blackhawks for a 6th round pick in 2023.
Dan, what you got? You were the only one that went over.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's over because I think that there is going to be a player trade made. And then I also think that Ken Holland has been talking since, I don't know, at least last season about how he likes to give his scouts an opportunity to get some picks on the table. And so I think that he's going to trade down a couple times in this draft and we're going to see 3 moves.
Actually, you know what? I hadn't really considered trading down.
Point.
So I'm changing my answer. I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go, the Kale Yamamoto trade still happens, and then he's going to trade down from 56 to just a little bit lower and then get an extra pick in the 3rd round.
I thought you said picks weren't an option. I thought we weren't trading.
No, drafting a pick.
Trade.
But trading the pick is an option.
I will go exact then, and I will just piggyback off Dan.
I'll stay under.
I'm going to say 3, though. I do think a player gets moved at the draft, too.
I think it's Yamamoto, and that'll be it. They'll stay quiet until Friday night, Saturday morning when free agency kicks off, and then maybe we'll see another trade then, but 1 in the next week.
Rick, what do you got?
I'm going to stick with my 2 because I think if you make a Yamamoto trade, you're probably getting your draft pick that way. So there's no need to go backwards in the draft. And I'm just going to stick with my 2.
Tyler, you're going to the draft. You leave on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
What are you expecting? Because like last year you were there.
Yeah.
We had a conversation when you were on the way home from Montreal. You said just kind of sitting there waiting, especially on day 2, is a little bit dry.
Oh God, it's so dry.
But this year the Oilers only have 3 picks as of today. What are you expecting from the draft? And
like at least last year the Oilers had a first rounder. They made a move on night 1. Remember the Kassian deal, getting out of his contract. So like there was a little bit going on. I don't expect anything night 1 from the Oilers. There's no way for them to trade into round 1. They don't have the assets to do that. They don't have a piece that anyone would want to give up a first round pick for. So I'm expecting the Oilers to be very quiet on Wednesday, and on day 2, I think they'll make that second round pick. Trading down is actually a decent shout. I could see Ken Holland being interested in doing that. But then also we'll probably see the Yamamoto deal that day, but day 2 of covering an NHL draft is impossibly boring. It's all players, or for the most part, it's guys you've like never heard of, right? The first round picks, you know who they are. There's the drama, like where's Mitchkov going to go? Like all these guys, right? Day 2, there's just none of that.
Well, it's because you're not trying to make it fun.
I know.
If you just go,
Do you have any ideas, Tyler, how we can make it fun?
of course I do.
Going to just say I have a couple of thoughts.
Let's go.
Grab your computers and your cameras and whatever.
Yeah.
You head down to Broadway. You head up the stairs at Tootsie's. You push a couple of tables together. You got you got your computers out there. You got Twitter open on everybody. You got your phones out there. You get some drinks. You get some tequilas. You get some food. Everything's better that way.
So you're saying just cover it remotely from across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for cocktails.
Fair.
See, I was going to say you go on Twitter or on any machine and you just put out a couple of names of people that you've seen around.
Yeah.
And then you just follow somebody. You just stalk them for the entire day, Tyler. I thought
It does remind me, last year you put out a tweet just day 2 where you go, Ken Holland walked over to so-and-so's table and kind of went, woo.
That's exactly it.
Weren't you talking about your poutine last year too?
No, the hot dogs.
Was it the hot dogs?
Yeah, the hot dogs.
Oh,
in
yeah, the press
box.
hot
They're
dogs.
so good.
Yeah.
Give us like minute by minute, second by second.
Yeah, get really
table
granular.
movement.
Maybe a live blog.
That was kind of the cool part about night 1 is there was like a lot of movement there. And also the other thing that made last year's draft so much fun to cover was in Montreal, they have the first overall pick. They not full on stun, but surprise a lot of people by going Slavkovsky instead of Wright. Like Shane Wright fell. Like there was all this drama. So this year I'm not expecting it to be as intense from a like draft floor standpoint, but I mean, there are also a lot of teams that could potentially be making big
on
trades.
day 1, you just go meet everybody you want to deal with on the day 2.
Yeah.
You invite them by day 2. Like, listen, between 1:15 and 1:30, come up to Tootsie's. You meet with us. You sit down. You talk with the team. We'll have a couple of drinks. You move on. 1:30 to 1:45. You got a new one in there. You just need someone to write everything down. You'll be good to go.
All right.
What's the setup like? Like you're sitting at a table, or is it just like a collection of media tables? What is it like?
There's a media riser. So think if the draft stage is on like one end of the ice, just on the opposite end where the other net would be, they just have a big riser with like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like 100 seats on it. And they got power and all of that. So you can go plug in your computer.
Perhaps you could challenge your fellow media members to like a leg wrestle.
Maybe
you put Twister down. Challenge Frank.
When we were talking about ways to make day 2 of the draft more interesting, I was thinking more from a league perspective. Maybe you set up like a wipeout style course, and as the players get picked in rounds 2 through 7,
They got to get through there.
they got to get through there to get their jersey. Like you have to earn it.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I like that. If you have ideas on how Tyler can make the draft more interesting or a little bit more fun for him, hit him up. Slide on into the DMs.
Yeah.
I just think bare knuckle fighting on the stage between the draft pick that was previously selected and the one that's currently being called up. And then the winner gets to take on the next one.
Think of how much press you'd get if you give Bettman a Goldberg spear.
Okay.
He deserves one.
There.
Or an F5.
I like this.
Brock Lesnar. Any other? Yeah. That is John Cena.
I don't know. I can't see
The people's elbow.
Oh, the
What
people's
was it
elbow.
called?
it. Stone
The
Cold
Rock.
Stunner.
No.
No,
didn't
Mandible Claw.
The
Didn't
rock
he have
bottom.
to change it because people got offended? It wasn't like the people's elbow.
No,
Wasn't it called the
it was-
FU or something like that?
No, he had the rock bottom, and then he
No,
had the
John
people's
Cena.
elbow. Oh, John Cena.
Yeah.
John Cena had the FU.
Was it the FU? Then he had to change it.
It was
Why? People
Frick
don't
you.
like the FU?
I can't remember what it
It
was.
stood for Frick.
Fudge.
You.
The STFU.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was the
was the
STFU.
STFU.
It was the STF. But he put the U on it because he's an edgy character.
He was edgy.
Now.
I remember the John Cena rap era.
John
was
Cena
great.
was
Oh,
milk.
the attitude adjustment. That's what it was called. Classic.
Oh, that's his. Yeah, that's his like F5 type of move.
Yeah.
The STFU is on the ground.
1 hour of wrestling talk with your
Amen.
buddies.
I'm in.
Delicious debate, everybody. How many moves are the Oilers going to make? Tyler said the over-under at 2. What do you think?
Should we tease it up to 2.5, Tyler, maybe? And then they can get some more exciting answers from either side?
Yeah, maybe.
2.5 is the new line.
Sure.
There you go.
We've moved it.
Line's been shifted.
So I'm taking the under still. I'm at 2.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the under.
Anybody changing their answers?
Still going over.
I'm going under.
All right. There you have it. I want to hear from you on Radio Podcast, Twitter, and Instagram. How many moves do you think that the Oilers are going to make at the NHL Entry Draft? Changing gears. Another Alberta team. They should be interesting at the draft.
They could
Crusaders?
rack up a ton of first round picks.
The Crusaders?
Yep.
Mhm.
We have Liam here
We
for
made
it.
our big move already. Welcome, Ryder Maida, everybody.
Welcome, Ryder.
Yesterday, in a series of probably, 5-6 tweets from Frank Saravalli, a lot of days got ruined down in Calgary as he reported, speculated, whatever you want to call it, reported that basically half the team is moving on.
Could move it.
Or
want
refusing
move
to
on.
resign.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, they aren't interested in
Understandable.
coming back.
Okay, how many are UFAs? How many are walk out the door right now without them being able to do anything?
None of them.
None of them.
They're all
What the hell do we
pending
care
UFAs.
then?
They're all pending UFAs next year, just like Matthew Tkachuk
Because Craig
was.
Conroy said when he was hired that he wants to go talk to everyone and make sure that they want to come back. And if they don't, he doesn't want to be in a situation where he's letting them go for nothing. So he'll trade them.
Yeah, but it'd be more fun if they were UFAs right now and they got to get the deal done in the next 5 days. And they're like, yeah, now we're out. And you'd be like, haha, there's nothing. in
No,
return
that'd be
for you
less
guys.
fun because then they just walk for nothing. Now we get to see them like make trades and stuff. It'll be like cool.
They're
But
Yeah,
walk
but he
for
has an,
nothing is
he has an
more fun to me.
opportunity to do something good. I don't want that opportunity.
I
I just want to see the air out of the tire.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting to see a franchise dealing from a position of not much power for 4 different deals.
Every time these
possibly.
guys do something this summer, everyone just talks them up and pumps their tires and says they're great, they're great, they're great. So that's what I'm assuming you'll hear, but I don't think the team's going to be very good.
What do you mean, no power?
Sorry, I was distracted by Rick's comment there. What did I just say? What was the statement?
You said the team has no power.
Oh, because they've announced that all of these guys don't want to be there.
Yeah, but you aren't for the fact they have a year left in their deals. Like they have to honor those contracts. Those players could play next year.
Yeah, unless they don't want to get paid.
The move of Craig Conroy actually holding on to a few of them and letting the market develop in season up to the deadline actually isn't crazy. Like, and teams also
Bidding work and
these are also good players, right? Like teams want Elias Lindholm, teams want Tyler Toffoli, and the idea of getting them for a full year instead of waiting till the deadline, teams will pay. So.
Interesting.
yeah, so maybe you lose a little bit of power in the fact that they want to leave, but I think the bidding war between the teams that kind of look at them will bring that value back up.
Given that the draft's in a week, I'm curious how much of this movement is going to happen over the next week. I guess that's what I'm waiting for in Calgary. Because trade deadline makes a ton of sense. Oh, although, what if Calgary's kind of in the mix at the trade deadline? Then what do they do? Do you still sell anyway?
That would probably be if I was in Craig Conroy's shoes. Like we touched on this a little bit on ON every day. Like right now you have the built-in excuse to go through the rebuild that organization probably needs, rack up a ton of first round picks and say, hey, look, I don't want these guys to walk for nothing next year. The bottom line is the Flames will be close to a playoff bubble team again if they keep all these pieces. And it is a much worse look to have to do this at the deadline if you're contending.
Because they should have done it last year. Of these 4 or 5 players, who actually brings back first round picks?
Hanifin, Lindholm, Toffoli.
You think Toffoli still brings in a first round
Oh,
pick?
yeah. Dude, he had 30 some goals last year and that team wasn't that good.
34, 73 points.
Gets you a first for sure. Probably first plus.
Noah Hanifin, I could see probably drawing a first.
I
Easy at
think the
first.
only one that won't is Backlund.
And even he'll probably get you a second.
34 cap hit is 5
How old's Toffoli?
5 million, 31.
31.
Oh, man.
I just wonder if Conroy's asked Kadri, Huberdeau, and Uyghur if they still want to stay.
The good
They
news
don't-
is that Jonathan Huberdeau's contract just kicked in. Actually, not yet. In a week.
taking
a few
July
more days.
1.
In a week, it kicks in.
We'll celebrate that here.
Yeah, only 10 more years and 1 week left in that deal, Jonathan. Or sorry, 8 more years.
It'll
That was
be
on YouTube,
38
buddy.
when it's done.
Good news.
Still be playing in the Saddle Dome.
Probably.
Here's a question. Who will score more goals next season? Jonathan Huberdeau or Derek Ryan?
If you have to ask this question, DR? You got to go DR.
I think it's the only logical answer.
It's the only possible answer. There's Waz. He hears Derek Ryan's name mentioned even in passing and he appears like a phantom.
It's like his swan song, right? So you'll probably put up at 20 to 25 there.
I would
Zach,
say
PR?
he's probably going to have a bounce back, but not. I still don't think he touches Florida numbers.
Especially if half his teammates are gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that'll be an obstacle.
Because if Calgary actually starts moving some pieces here over the next little bit to try and get some draft picks, like that Huberdeau contract is going to age like a Titan submersive.
Oh, it's going to age like the Kadri one.
Yep.
Do you like that one, Liam?
I'm picking up what you're laying down there.
Laying down.
It's not funny.
It's kind of fun.
Anyway, it's going to be an interesting season to watch in Calgary. It's like Rick said, though. Last year was the summer of Brad. Got out of the Gaudreau leaving, got out of Tkachuk wanting it out, and they're going to win. They're going to win the division.
I think he should trade all of his players back over to that same division for big names over there and watch them over here and do absolutely nothing again.
You want anyone on that list you'd like to see the Oilers get, Rick, or are they all dirty flames that you don't want to touch?
They're all dirty flames. But I mean, they're the one that I think that would suit them the best right now without having to change a lot would probably be Toffoli, but I don't think his contract's going to be small enough to get in there.
4.1 mil.
Yeah, and I don't think
for 1 year,
you're looking at like 2 to 3 is what we can spend, right?
Yeah, but if they took Fogle in the deal, then
like I would love to have.
You know what? I don't think if they were UFAs, I'd probably be a little bit different, but I don't like the trading with them at all.
Why?
You're giving them players that kind of know you. I don't like helping them at all. I'd rather just take from them or just not deal with them.
Well, and it's also what I said on Oilersnation every day too, is if you make a deal with the Flames, you're probably going to have to pay a premium of at least 15% over what everybody else would.
They're making the deal
Oilers.
with us, so therefore they have to pay for it. Like there's sometimes when we're actually the one in the.
But like if the Oilers were the ones getting Toffoli, that is a massive help for the Oilers, given that he's playing next to Draisaitl.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love it.
We're
It's
also
just,
getting
I can't see it
we're also
happening.
we're also getting rid of taking a player that they know that doesn't want to sign there. If it's just to say it was for Fogle, well, then you don't know what Fogle wants, but you do know that Toffoli doesn't want to be
But you
there
wouldn't be
anymore.
trading for Toffoli to re-sign him. You're trading for him to let him walk at the end of the year. He's your 1 year rental.
Yeah, but I don't think we'd have to pay anymore because Calgary's getting rid of them because they know he's walking out the door at the end of the year.
I just think a guy like Toffoli would
I think it'd be a soft. There's neither team is going to sit there and have the advantage in this trade.
I think the Flames would want more from the Oilers because they could sit there and go, we'll trade Tyler Toffoli to anyone else who's offering
like
us
the
a first
fucking,
round pick.
the Rangers or something want Tyler Toffoli. I think that the price for the Rangers to acquire him would be less than it would be for the Oilers.
It'd be like a first round pick and a contract. And for the Oilers, they might say, we want
we're not
a
first, man.
I would easily give up a first for Tyler Toffoli.
But you said you're going to let him walk out the door tomorrow. Well, the next year.
I think a first round pick is worth 1 year of 30 goals.
I think you can use that first round pick with someone who's going to have a longer term. That's all.
Maybe.
What they did with Ekholm.
Yeah.
Well, that was
But there was also
and
Barry
Schaefer and Barry, right?
Yeah.
That was 3 assets to get 4 years of Ekholm. 1 asset to get 1 year of a good player is worth it, especially where the Oilers are at. The point I wanted to make was like the Oilers there's not really another Tyler Toffoli-esque piece out there. Konechny maybe, I guess, right?
And don't we kind of already have our Tyler Toffoli and Connor Brown? Like I know Toffoli's probably a better offensive and whatnot, but I'm fairly certain this is already a done deal and he's penciled in Yamo's spot and like I just feel like that's already been taken care of. So
it might have been, yeah.
We're gonna get to Connor Brown. Don't you worry. I got quotes. They're tasty. But first, sometimes it's nice to have some insurance, Rick.
It is.
That's why we go to Cornerstone Insurance. We go to cornerstoneins.ca. We get some insurance. Cornerstone Insurance Brokers, of course, have been Edmonton's premier boutique of insurance brokerages. Over 90 years of success and still growing. Visit cornerstoneins.ca/nation to get an online tenant or condo insurance quote in just a few minutes and use the discount code NATION for an exclusive rate. You want a discount? Of course you do. Do you need insurance? Of course you do. Might as well pay less for better service with Cornerstone Insurance. Got it? Good. Since Rick brought up Connor Brown, we might as well talk about Connor Brown. It seems like he's an Oiler already. Whether or not that actually happens remains to be seen. We thought he was going to be an Oiler last year. Bob McKenzie said that the Oilers were tied to him. Didn't end up happening. Okay. However, this time it kind of feels almost like the Zach Hyman, Jack Campbell thing where it's like, how fast is it going to be after the opening bell that he signs with the Edmonton Oilers?
And also, like, what's the contract going to look like? Just because he has
He played 4 games last year.
Yeah, and so he has the ability to just have the big bonus contract, right? Which obviously makes it super appetizing for the Oilers. But like, how much of a risk will Brown take in this signing? Is he going to sit there and go, "I'll take a 1 year, $950,000 deal with $2 million in bonuses," or is he going to sit there and go, "No, I do actually want some upfront money. I want $2.5 million with $1 million in bonuses." Like, the structure of it, if it happens, will fascinate me.
Do we like the idea of Connor Brown? Here's my concern, and let's let you guys chew on it for a second. Connor Brown has not played a full season since 2021. That was the COVID shortened 56 game season. 64 games in 2021-22 with the Sens, only 4 last year with the Capitals. He was healthy when he played in Toronto, 82 games 3 years in a row. Any concern about just wear and tear on?
Where was this 64 game? Why was it only 64?
That was
with the Sens.
It was an 82 game season. So he played in 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, he played all 82.
Yep.
19, 20, he played 71, shortened year because of the pandemic. So he played every game. Next year, played every game. It's just his last year and a bit. He's had a bit of health problems, but I wouldn't like call him injury riddled or whatever. Like, the ACL injury is kind of a bad luck, right?
Yeah.
Did he get like stepped on or something? Was it one of those?
I think it just blew up.
Yeah. Fucking bodies.
No, ACL, like the knee, not the Achilles where you get.
Oh, I'm thinking about Achilles.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
But Frank did say on Owen Everyday that I guess Connor Brown's kind of taking this last year to be like, oh man, I got to take like training and nutrition and all of this stuff like more seriously. So he's supposed to be, as cliche as this is, best shape of his life season.
I love that.
Oh, it sounds like you might be talking to another Connor.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Luch. He's always in the best shape of his life. Anyway, back to Connor Brown. So we're talking about a guy with 90 goals, 126 assists, 216 points in 448 games. Career high of 21 goals. That came with the Sens in 2020, 2021. Liam, what do you think about Connor Brown?
I think it seems like the right fit for the team and the situation that they're in with the cap and their ability to likely bring the cap down. The fact that Connor Brown is very good friends with Connor McDavid by the sounds of it. Like, it kind of seems like the perfect storm. Plus, he played for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
You got a meme ready?
I got the meme.
So this is
big. This is big. I think he fits nicely. He's an upgrade over Yamamoto, and I think that's the biggest thing the Oilers need to address this summer is upgrading that right side where Yamamoto was.
And you sort of have 3 guys that you're hoping one of the 3 can take that spot.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
A little bit of size too over Yamo. Obviously, Yamo's small, but like 6 foot. 181 pounds always listening to that.
Still plays that physical kind of style too, right? Isn't afraid to get.
Let me ask you a different question. Is Connor Brown a clear upgrade over Yamamoto, Tyler?
Yes, he is.
Pourquoi?
I'm just looking at a guy who, has scored 20 goals a couple of times. I know Yamamoto has done that, but I don't know. I just look at Connor Brown as a bit more established and a bit more of a sure thing. And I think that's what this Oilers team needs right now. You also look at that offense. And the first thing I always jump to is, okay, where's he scoring his goals, right? And I'm going, he never had more than 5 power play goals in a season. So that's a guy who can do a lot of damage kind of at even strength, which is something the Oilers could certainly use some help with. I'm looking, he's racked up multiple shorthanded points a lot of seasons, including 5 shorthanded goals 1 year for the Ottawa Senators. The Oilers need help on the PK, so he should be a better penalty kill option than Yamamoto. The size helps. I think just adding a different look here helps as well. I think Brown's an upgrade. It's not like Toffoli would be like a, whoa, are the Oilers ever better? And I don't think Connor Brown is like a, holy shit, that changes the look. But it's like, when with the cards they've been dealt, cap staying at 83.5, you've made some moves sacrificing future assets. Connor Brown makes sense because he doesn't cost you a lot. The bonus thing means you can punt it down the road a bit. Like, there's a lot of reasons why he makes sense. So is he like a huge upgrade on Yamamoto? Not like massive, but he's the best they can do. And I think that's a big, big note in all of this. Anybody else? Is Connor Brown a big upgrade on Yamo? Yes or no?
Well, I was going to say the thing that Liam kind of touched on too is the chemistry between Connor and Connor. Connor Brown and Connor played junior together. And I think that's just something that's, it's not quantifiable on a stat sheet, but it's important to have people in the room that are going to keep your glue and bread and butter guys like Connor McDavid happy and going. So yes, I think that aside, Connor Brown has the NHL numbers put up consistently to be able to say that he is better than Yamamoto. He's an improvement over Yamamoto.
I have some numbers.
Go for it.
In the 2 years that Connor McDavid and Connor Brown played together with the Ariotas, Connor Brown's got 197 points in 2 seasons. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but when Connor McDavid is that much better than the rest of everybody,
It's irrelevant, but I just wanted to throw that one out
good.
there.
As long as you said it's irrelevant.
Secondary point, Liam,
secondary
before you
point.
move on. Hang on. I got one for you now.
Okay.
Adding another ginger to the roster. We talked about this last summer when they drafted
that's
Ginger
true.
Beef,
Yeah.
subtracted for Ekholm. You know,
We do need the balance.
you got to.
Another thing I wanted to point out.
Third point.
When I looked at Brown's numbers, I think, they're not like too impressive. Like 90 goals in 400, almost 450 games isn't amazing, I don't think. When the Oilers signed Zack Kassian, he had 86 goals, 99 points, and 185 career points. And since then, he has put up 54 points with the Oilers and 83. So there is definitely a boost of coming to the Edmonton Oilers.
How does Connor Brown play in his own end? I think is the
Do we know
the
this?
biggest part.
I don't really know. No.
I mean, that's what's going to come down to is that we need a guy who's stable in our own end. Like obviously he's going to put up his points playing with McDavid or Draisaitl, but he's got to be able to help us out in our own end.
Trying to find how he was used, generally speaking. Like, I mean, it's impossible.
The
to
fact he's trusted to kill penalties a lot leads me to believe he should be fine. You know?
Was he like, I don't know if you can tell by what you're looking at, but was he like a mainstay on the PK, or was he one of those guys where, you know, you get thrown out from time to time?
So he's, I know. I was going to use the Brassard joke,
I was
but
going to say, is he Derek
Brassard?
or-
PK specialist, but on special occasions.
Only every once in a while. I mean, I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll find his numbers.
All right. Anyway, I want to hear from you, Connor Brown. It seems like a foregone conclusion, but stranger things have happened. It just, to me, this feels a lot like Zack Kassian coming to Edmonton long before free agency, even though we know Gary tells us there's no tampering with any kind of players or whatever.
just give us the week that is it the NFL that has that week of
They have the week.
Why did the NHL get rid of
allowed
that?
tampering? Or was it the NHL?
Because it makes July 1 like not as exciting,
But what's the difference though at the
I
end of the day?
guess.
Do you know what
for
else
TV.
is exciting about July 1? Not having free agency on Canada Day.
I would love it to be on the 13th like it was last year.
I'd love it to be on the 2nd. Just literally any day but Canada Day would be perfect.
But you know what? We're going to have a good time here.
Yep.
We'll make some content. Oodle Noodle is going to be sponsoring HQ again.
Ooh la la.
We're going to get some eats. We're going to have some
There you go.
treats.
Connor Brown actually does kill quite a bit of penalties in his last 124 regular season games, 337 minutes on the PK. That's pretty
There you
good.
go. So he could, and what I really liked about the stats you said is that most of his goals come 5-on-5. It seems like.
Mhm.
Oilers obviously could use a little help scoring a 5-on-5.
We need to keep the puck out of the net 5-on-5.
Most importantly, that is the biggest part. Yes.
Our goal scoring 5-on-5, I think, was in top half at worst.
Could argue in the playoffs, though, what actually sunk them was maybe goaltending, but also
No, it was the secondary
the
top
help.
6 guys.
Yeah.
The secondary
So,
top 6 guys.
As long
Yeah,
as
I've
Connor
said-
Brown helps you offensively there, you're better than you were in the playoffs.
The Nuge,
Well, yeah, it's like the
Kane,
stat-
Hyman was the reason why.
Nuge came Hyman had, when they got bumped out in the Western Conference Finals, the Colorado Avalanche, those three had 30 goals in aggregate. Last year, they had 7 when they got bumped out.
Yeah, that's where
Big
the issue
problem.
was.
El problema.
No
bueno.
problem.
Moving on here. Tyler's going to the draft on Sunday. Jay's going. A handful of Nation HQ or Nation staff are going down to Nashville. And it doesn't happen without AMA travel. Tyler's got some stuff to take with him. He's got flights home all over the place. But you know what? AMA travel makes it easy. Did they not?
They really did. A lot of bags to check because there's a lot of gear coming down with me because we're doing Oilers Nation, Flames Nation, Leafs Nation, Canucks Army.
You got
EFL.
all those backdrops to take?
I got all those big backdrops to take. A lot of bags.
Thankfully, AMA Travel helped Tyler out and they can help you too. If you want to save on travel insurance, cruises, vacation packages, guided vacation and coach tours, save on hotels, car rental, attractions and tickets, save on luggage and accessories. Come on, AMA Travel. That's where you need to be. Got it? Good.
Okay, so here's one thing you have to do.
Mhm.
Like, I'm fairly certain they'll have the schedule makers there because that makes all the sense in the world to bring the schedule makers to the draft. So, Tyler, you need to sit down with the schedule makers and make sure we
Yeah, gotta
get
get in
2
Nashville.
prime setups for the nation vacations.
We need good Nashville dates and good Vegas dates.
Yes.
And maybe just some quality dates just at some other markets, like a Seattle Saturday would be nice.
Mhm.
I'm starting to think Denver might be a cool place to go and see a hockey game.
There's direct flights to Denver.
Too cold.
You think?
But Tyler wants to go somewhere warm in January.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that. I'm
Yes, that's why. Yes, that's why.
Beat them in their stadium.
That's why I have no issue with Brad Marchand saying nobody wants to have the All-Star game here. I get it.
I get it too. Yeah.
I get it. Anybody who didn't get it, just, I mean, go outside.
I just don't like Brad Marchand.
Well, fair.
I do. I like how angry it makes people.
Yep.
Speaking of the schedule maker, Rick, today the Edmonton Oilers tweeted out their preseason schedule.
Woo.
Everybody's upset.
We kick off on September 24th against Winnipeg here at Rogers Place, and then Winnipeg, Vancouver, Calgary, Vancouver, Seattle, Calgary, Seattle. My issue is just, 8 preseason games is so many.
But it's not that big of a deal because we can't watch them anyway because they never put them on fucking television. There's going to be 2 on TV. They're both going to be against Vancouver, and they're both going to be with Vancouver broadcasts.
That doesn't bother me. It's just
I want Gene.
I always want Gene. It's just doing our gig while having to stream on the shitty website that may or may not work. It's annoying.
Oh, it
Just get to the show. Cut half of these out. Let's get going.
I like the opportunity that it gives for people that maybe not be able to get.
I don't care about them, Dan.
Oh,
Sorry.
jeez.
It just does. It does.
Yeah, but you're not seeing the actual team.
4 games a year that people could maybe afford to go to that they can't in the regular
But you
season.
don't get to
that's
see
true.
anybody.
If you look around hard enough in the regular season, you can get tickets for cheap too.
Very much.
Some people, yeah, I would agree. Like the NHL, I did a rant on this on Better Late Than Never the other day. The NHL is doing a fantastic job of pricing themselves out of just normal people being able to go.
The sports in general.
But like, I'm going to, again, different league, all this stuff. I get it. But I got cheap tickets to the Elks game on Sunday.
Yeah, completely
Different league.
different.
I get it.
Are you
but
the 1260?
I am, yeah.
Hey, so am I.
Oh, nice. We'll have beer.
Yeah.
But the point I'm getting at is just like,
Oh, sorry, bud.
I know. I'm so sad I can't go.
oh, me and Rick will have a great time in your
Yeah.
in your stead. But the point I'm making is like, if you're a family and you got a handful of kids, you're not going to the Oilers game.
If you got a family and that many kids, man, you can barely go to the grocery store right now.
Well, that's my point.
But
But it's not on the NHL. It's just on the fucking everything else.
I'm okay with having the preseason games. I just am.
Danny, but you could do it with 2 home preseason games and let people with kids go to one of those 2. Like 8 preseason games is fucking insane.
So many.
But two preseason games. Yeah. So I guess if you're going down to 4 and then you have 2 home games.
Yeah.
Yes. But the 8 games allows for a bunch of other guys to get their taste of the NHL action and gets guys into the.
Oh, it's the NHL, not a charity.
No, but we're talking about making a team here. Like I don't understand.
Our teams are
I've
pretty
never
much
understood
penciled in.
like they're going to have the camp anyways. They're going to be running their scrimmages and everything. So why not have them playing games too?
Because you have too many guys under the umbrella when you could just be concentrating on your 23.
Because like if you're looking at the preseason schedule, like the 24th, 25th, 27th, 29th, like when does Connor show up on October 2nd?
Yeah.
Or he'll be at the home games.
Yeah, he's not going
If
anywhere.
you're a team and you're like, oh, we need to see more game action early in camp, do a inter-squad game, do something like just this whole traveling around and playing games when the rosters are 80% American League just to lead into an 82 game regular season. When again, we are going to sit here and do an Oilers podcast probably on September 20th and know 13 of the 14 forward spots.
Hell yeah.
And it'll be like, oh, how's Ralph Lavoie going to look? You can figure that out in 4 preseason games, not 8. I just think it's dumb that the NHL does this. Like,
I agree. I'm
It's weird that they all
Too
don't
many
play
by
the
half.
same amount.
well, that too, like,
Does everybody play 8?
No.
no. And
No.
also a lot of teams will just do road games, right? Like they don't want to whatever in their arena. And I also don't like, what was the point I was going to make? I don't like how late it goes because October 6th, that means the season's not going to start till like October
At least
10th
the
or
10th.
11th.
Yeah.
Like that's dumb. Why can't we start this earlier?
That's
I think it's
always been a
ridiculous.
thing though.
I know.
Like that's been like I first 10 days of October is game 1-ish for
But
as long as I can remember.
The
But I
NHL
think,
had
like-
a chance with the pandemic throwing off their season to actually get it right, have training camps open on like October 27th and the season.
October 27th.
Sorry, August 27th.
My goodness.
And the season could start like October 1.
October 1 would be great.
Better. But like you could have done it September 24th. Like
'cause you know
the
what?
cup being handed out when
To me, it shaves 2 weeks off the end of the regular season or I guess the cup finals.
Yeah.
And then that gives you a bigger window leading into the draft and stuff.
silly season.
I love silly season.
Yep.
Oh, it's so annoying, especially out here. Like how many people are losing
for
their
business,
mind
though.
right now because Don't trade Bouchard. Don't trade Bouchard. Don't. Well,
Who's saying
Holland.
trade Bouchard?
That's what I mean, though. It's like they're sitting out
Jay's
here.
saying
They're
that.
assuming that it's going to be done
answer to that question.
because they hate Holland and everything. They hate every GM and everything they do. They sit there and they just tear everything down. It's fucking painful reading all this bullshit out there.
Painful, but good for business ultimately.
Yes, your guys' side of things, I get that. I sit there and like,
Yeah.
Rick,
just
more people are going to
scroll.
listen to this podcast because they're going to be like, damn, what are the guys going to say about Connor Brown? So come on. Good for business.
Any other rumors pop up lately? We've quieted down. We had
Jonathan
Brett Pesce.
Taves is still moving around. And
What do you
a lot of people keep saying, Taves is retired. He hasn't retired. I keep having people comment that on the live show. They're like, he retired.
No, he definitely
No,
not.
he is not. Hasn't decided yet. And if he decides he is going to play, there will be a lot of teams lining up for him. One of them is the Edmonton Oilers. And I think on a dirt cheap $1 million deal, like if your offseason additions to the forward group were Taves and Brown, and you had to sacrifice Yamamoto and Fogle, I think you have a better forward group.
Don't you think Taves is going to be a later summer edition though? Like, I just don't feel like he's going to be come next Saturday. Be okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to play now.
What was Taves' last statement? That was right before the deadline.
Yeah, and he said,
And it was that he
Doesn't want to be
Doesn't
Doesn't he have
traded. He
something to do
wants
with
to
the
stay
infection?
there.
Doesn't he have some kind of an infection
He's
too?
got
I
long
thought.
COVID or something.
stuff.
Okay, yeah. So there is lingering things there too. So yeah, I would agree with you, Rick. I don't think that it's a day one kind of thing, but it would be cool.
And again, I think it's just so hard to fit him into this roster. Is he a step up on player X or player Y? Maybe, but I think are you going to play him over Ryan McLeod's time?
But you need who's your fourth line center right now?
Derek Ryan?
He's not a centerman, he's a winger.
Well, we
been
did this
utilized as a
last
center,
week where he
but-
was taking draws and then shifting over.
Yeah, so you need someone who can actually play down the middle.
Then you just have Derek Ryan to use him as a utility guy there.
See, and I still think you've got Kleem coming back. I still think you have Janmark coming back. Bukestad's got to make his decision whether
He's not coming back.
Well, no, he has to make a decision whether he wants to take less money and stay, or if he's going to.
Would you have Taves over Bukestad?
For the $1.5 million you're going to save, yeah.
Like I said, though, Bukestad's going to be a certain amount here. He could get more elsewhere, 100%, but he's gonna cap out here, and it probably won't be that much more than what Taves got. So if that for equal dollars, are you still going Taves?
I just don't
Equal
think
dollars, I take Bukestad.
Okay, because I think they're going to be relatively close. Like Bukestad may want to, but we just can't afford that. So you're looking at $1.50.
I think Bukestad's going to take the bag. If I was to guess today, Friday, June 23rd, I'm going to guess that Bukestad takes the bag in like
What's his career earnings right now?
Columbus or something.
No, how much has he made?
Bukestad? He got a big ticket when he was in
Earnings,
Florida.
Columbus.
Not wrong. He's played for the Panthers, the Penguins, the Wild, and the Coyotes.
He had
Yeah,
a
but
big
how much-
contract with Florida. That was his big one.
He was a 19th
whereas
overall pick.
Nick Bukestad, according to cap friendly career earnings of just under 29 million.
Yeah, so you got, man, at that point, and what is he, 30?
Something like that.
He's right around. You
Think he's done making money?
You take the lesser of $1 million,
Depends on what your mindset is, right?
and
Like,
you go for the jewelry for a year or two, and then you can ship
maybe he
out.
doesn't
And
care about it.
I feel like we heard early on that he was done though. Like that, he was like a
no,
quick.
we have said that because the majority of
He
fans
priced
out there
himself
say,
out of
well, his contract alone, yeah, and then what he should
I
get
would
is
be
going to be,
stunned if Bukestad is back.
but it's going to be on him, yeah.
I would be stunned.
Me too.
But if I'm going to make a little bit of money, Tyler, I'm a betting man. Our friends at Betway, provided that you are 19 plus and can do so responsibly, I have got a look at the Hart Trophy winners for next year.
It's already done, isn't
Oh,
it?
free money. Tell me the McDavid odds.
Let me take a guess. What do you think Connor's odds are right now today to win the Hart Trophy next year?
Minus 225.
Even.
Anybody else got a guess?
I was gonna like minus 2,000.
Not 2,000.
2000s and 10s.
Yeah, like it's going to be like minus 170.
Right now, June 23rd, according to our friends at Betway,
man, it's
Connor
minus
McDavid
300
is
something.
even money to win the Hart Trophy next year.
Oh.
Not bad.
Next up, gentlemen, is his ride or die, Leon Draisaitl, plus 700 to win the Hart. Nathan McKinnon follows at plus 900. Matt Tkachuk follows that, plus 1,000. David Pasternak rounds out the top five at plus 1,200.
Draisaitl's
Where's
number
Matthews?
Matthews is next up at number 6, plus 1,600.
That's tempting. You always got to remember injuries happen and someone can usually slide out
Yep.
and it makes the case. Tkachuk at 10-1 is very tempting because he's starting to get that name recognition, right? He's starting to get mentioned in that conversation as a top 5 guy in the NHL. And you know that that's an award that's it can be very narrative driven.
Sure.
Well, and for 3 rounds of the playoffs, he made a case for himself for next year.
I mean, right? So it might be one of those things where like he's already starting at a pretty high level next year because of the Panthers. If they have a good year and he pops up 100 and some points, it'll be like remember Kachuk was their MVP in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like he's doing
and if he hadn't broken his back, they would have.
And we also know the thing too, like if Connor sweeps next week, which he's going to, there's voter fatigue. There always is in the NHL.
But there's also the thing where Connor could actually get more points next year than he got this
100%.
year.
Totally good.
I wouldn't bet against him.
Yep.
Like, what's the gap in point?
But it's just like last year, he
could still win.
He ran away with
points,
it last
30
year, and he didn't win it.
Yeah,
the voter fatigue is a thing. It just is.
How about Stanley Cup odds, friends?
Matthews did his thing.
Our friends at Betway have got those listed for next season as well.
Oilers minus 2,000.
Oilers are the favorites as of today to win the Stanley Cup. Plus 800 is their number. Next up is the Colorado Avalanche at plus 850. Plus 900 for the Leafs after that. The Bruins are fourth at plus 1100. The Golden Knights round up top 5 at plus
I'm looking for some of those good vibes. Can you tell me what Calgary is? You have to scroll down a bit, I think.
I am going way down here.
It's like me, one of those
Kraken.
job things when I go find my birth age. My birth
A
year.
new team that you haven't seen very much of.
Calgary Flames plus 3,300.
Who do you think?
Just from a purely betting perspective, what are the Rangers?
Plus 1,400. So they are in the top 10.
It's tempting.
Yep. There you have it. Couple of odds. Provided that you are 19 plus and can do so responsibly, check out our friends at Betway. They've got a lot of stuff coming up. You guys want some draft bets? Bets coming up.
Yes.
You can pick a draft bet.
Let me ask you, Liam, where does the draft start to get interesting? Like 1 is obviously Connor Bedard. Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? I haven't been paying attention.
I think
I want to look at the odds for that number where you say
I think the top 3 is pretty much locked. I think it'll be Bedard, Fantilli, and Carlson, and number 4 is when it'll get interesting.
All right. Give me a sec. Open up these
Who
babies.
picks 2?
Anaheim.
I thought I saw something tweet today that said there's a chance they'll take the Russian kid.
Matvei Michkov?
Because Verbeek just doesn't give a fuck, and so he's not going to worry about
respect that.
some of
He's
the
the
BS.
second best player in the draft. Michkov. Some people have argued he might be the best player in the draft.
Number 4, Liam.
I saw this today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Number 4, Tyler. The odds of going at number 4 is, I was just surprised to see this. Will Smith, he is very talented. He's an actor. He's a rapper. And now he's going into 2023.
He's going in as a fighter, though?
He's going in as a scrapper. He's gritty. He's got the size you like.
Also is the back catcher for the LA Dodgers.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Incredible.
Like running out of money or something?
Wicca, Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. You know?
None of this 6.
That was fantastic.
They're running this.
Matvei Michkov, his odds at plus 4 are plus 325, in case you're wondering, Liam.
You like that, right, Liam?
That's, I think I might be hitting that one.
You little cheeky one on there? Leo Carlson would be next up. Leo Carlson at plus 260. Will Smith is the favorite to go at number 4 at minus 167.
A lot of the mock drafts have Michkov going. The highest he would go would be 4. I don't know. He's such an intriguing player. If I was San Jose, I think I might take the swing at him.
And he's stuck in Russia for 4 more seasons.
27. So it would be, I think, I guess 3 or 4 years, whatever that is.
But his team has said he would be able to leave at any time.
Did they?
I think they put out kind of a general statement.
They put out like a very vague, we would never hold a player against his will.
Which is something they've done before.
Wink.
So we're not worried about you or worried about other people in Russia that might keep him there forever?
Wink.
Yes.
We will never force someone to stay in Russia. Wink.
Speaking of Russia, how about
all right.
how about Panarin?
Cutting his hair?
He cut all his hair
He
because
buzzed it.
he had
Changed
bad
his-
mojo
Yeah, he wanted to
from
change
last
his
season.
vibe.
I respect it.
Yeah, hey, whatever it
It's like
takes.
the mustache. You've been rocking that mustache for the
know.
playoffs have been over for quite some time.
Probably didn't need to announce it though.
Coming in nice.
My mustache.
Might have wanted to keep that one.
Oh, I'm going to announce that mustache.
You
forever.
definitely got to tell that stuff, man. Put your personality out there. Let's see it.
I
agree.
suppose that's fair.
Look at that guy the Raptors picked yesterday.
We've
Oh my
that
goodness.
jacket. Come on.
I
Mama.
appreciate the fact he had like a reason.
What was it?
Well, it's something. He's from Kansas. So it's like
The shoes.
Yeah, the
Dorothy shoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Wizard of Oz.
We've got another round of Kennedy's game coming up a little bit. We got Ask the Idiots coming up. First, a couple of just quick items here. Zack Kassian bought out in Arizona. His last season was awful.
He didn't look that interested in playing hockey.
Farewell.
Awful.
Yep.
Do you think he signs anywhere or do you think he's done?
I think he's done.
He'll get a PTO. I think that'll
Does
be
he
his
want
thing.
a
It's gonna.
PTO?
I think it's gonna be.
I think everyone wants a PTO, and then you do it, and you think, yeah, maybe I don't want this.
I think, I could see him landing in a place like Chicago where they probably wouldn't have to pay him a whole. They do need some humans on the ice.
Yep. That's fair.
They'll make some trades. They'll find a way to get to fill their roster.
Yeah, Yamamoto.
I think a guy like Cassian might just say, you know what, man,
I'm done.
had some fun, made
Yep.
some money.
Yeah, he actually has good career earnings.
Yeah.
What are they? Do you have them?
I think.
While you're looking that up.
I think it's like 16 mil.
Yeah, he's doing fine. Another, the major buyout that happened last week, though, was the monster one for OEL in Vancouver.
That happened while we were recording this.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
We talk about it?
We talked about it on the
It's
show.
breaking
I don't
news.
Breaking news.
Did
on the
we?
show.
Yeah, you did the noise.
23.2 career earnings for Cassian.
Was that
Yeah.
the noise?
That was.
Still ludicrous, but
Liam and I do not remember being on this
Oh, I don't
podcast,
remember
clearly.
that.
I don't remember this either.
We like
you
broke
did
it all
you-
down.
Yeah, it was near the end of the podcast. Tyler's like, "Hey, we got to."
15.
Yeah, we had a.
Cool.
All right. Well, there
oh
you have
yeah,
it.
because it was during Canucks Army and they were live.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
For our friends at Will Hawk Beef Jerky, it's time for Ask the Idiots, boys. I got 4 questions for you. Will Hawk Beef Jerky, they've got locations around the city, including at West Edmonton Mall. If you want to improve your life this weekend, maybe fuel up for the Elks game on Sunday.
Whoop whoop.
They have jars of pickled eggs too, and I highly suggest.
At the Elks
At
game?
Will Hawk?
No, Wilhock in
Oh.
the kiosk.
I love pickle.
Also, the Elks game, like, make sure you get your food quick.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
They ran out last time.
They run out of food?
They ran out of food in the first game.
To
And
be
booze.
fair, they probably didn't expect like almost 40,000 people to show up.
Yeah, well, I'll give them a little bit of a break there, but
Hang on. Do they run out of beer? That's what I care about.
they were running low on. So yeah, there was issues in some bars.
All right. Camel Pack coming in.
To be fair,
Allegedly.
the Elks got shut out last game in the CFL where you get points for throwing the ball through the back of the end zone.
No, you don't.
You don't?
Kicking the
Kicking
ball,
it.
Kicking
yes,
it,
not
throwing it, whatever. It's a stupid ass rule. You
How
missed.
dare you disrespect the
shouldn't
Rouge?
count.
It's called the Rouge.
How dare you disrespect
You
the
understand?
Rouge?
Respect
You
on
understand
the
what
name.
it's there for, right? Because going through the end zone is one thing. That's
To
fine.
prevent
But what it
shutouts?
is supposed to be, so you don't kneel down in
Yes.
the end zone.
It's because we.
My
put
point is,
the uprights in front of
the
the end
Elks
zone.
didn't score a damn point. 40,000 people are not going to this game on Sunday. I would not worry about the food.
So old Bag Milk's going to be bringing a victory on Sunday.
Yes.
Buddy, I'm going for at least 2 footlongs on Sunday.
Don't they have Popeyes in there now?
They
You're in
do,
the-
and don't even start me on this because there were 10 chicken sandwiches left near the end of the game. We went over to try and get them, and they said, no, they're reserved. Who's reserving chicken sandwiches, and how do you reserve them? Can I get a link, please? Because I would like to do that.
Either way, I'm going to be hanging out with Rick then on Sunday because he seems to have the knowledge of where I can get snacks and food and reservations on, well, probably not reservations on chicken. Anyway, it's time for Ask the Idiots for our friends at Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Go get some Will Hawk Beef Jerky this weekend. I promise you will love it. Or garlic sausage.
Oh, yes, please. I guess you get both.
Get both.
Everything in the
both.
display window, just grab some.
Just go all of that, please.
Yeah.
Number 1. Liam, you're in front of me as always. Are you ready?
Yep.
Didn't sound sure about that one.
Time stamping.
I have got a Sophie's choice for you here. This one comes in from Scott.
Scott Mayfield.
You are going into next. So this is hypothetical. There's no contracts associated to these players. This is just a blank canvas. Okay. A little context here. You are going into next season with only $9 million in cap space. Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard are both up for a new contract. Both want $9 million. Who are you signing?
Oh my goodness. Evan Bouchard.
Dan?
Like, I know exactly what this exercise is trying to elicit. And so, yes, Evan.
Rick?
It's Bouchard, but it's not a fair question.
I agree. It's not a fair question. I still pick Bouchard. Tyler?
Bouchard, but it's actually probably a little bit closer than you'd think.
Yes.
is.
If Bouchard was being asked to play the role that Nurse has been the last couple of years,
Yes.
we would hate him. So,
If roles were switched,
1,000%.
we'd be all.
so it's a
craving-
bad question, is what I'll say.
It's-
so whoever asked it, be better.
No,
Scott-
it's somebody
Scott
just
taking
trying to
some
like
crap
put
on
the
Scott Mayfield.
crosshairs on Nurse.
We would
like a
all
lot
be
of people
Jay
try
in
and
here,
do.
is what we're saying.
Yep.
I heard
Tyler-
Jay's going to Nashville to still try and trade Bouchard.
Also, was the question
While
if
he's
I,
there, he's going to try and find Ken Holland and try and trade him. Yes.
if
He's
I
gonna go
only
find his-
had 9 million and I only could sign one of those two, so I would have no cap space to sign
That's
anybody
right.
else.
That's right.
Basically, they're asking, would you?
It's a well thought out question.
Yeah,
Would you port
I
Nurse's
get it.
contract onto Bouchard?
No, I wouldn't. Go on.
That's exactly it.
For Wilhock Beef Jerky, Tyler, question number 2. Ask the idiots. Are you ready?
Yes.
Which of your Oilers Nation Radio co-hosts do you think has the best style and why?
Rick, not even close. Shoe game's on fire. Everything's usually pretty coordinated. I'm a big fan of going with the shorts and hat matching while you mix up something in the middle. It's Rick.
All right. Rick?
Shit, I don't know what to say right now.
A bunch of schlubs in this room, I guess.
It's got to be like he's not here right now. And he's not technically on the podcast, but I think
God
Jay still runs the go, and it's just his shoe game. He had the Birks when he had the Birks. I think he's still maybe rolling the Uggs right now.
Yeah.
And all I ever hear is actually good things about the Uggs. It's from
Uggs are very comfortable.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Dan?
Well,
who's the most stylish of us all?
Big Milk, I know you've told us not to say you, but I have to choose you because every time I see you, you're wearing a 3-piece suit at the office every day.
That's right.
Rock the tuxedo for
Top hat,
every
monocle.
board meeting we have, every staff meeting we have. So it's you, Bag Milk, for your 3-piece suit.
That monocle was an excellent investment. Thank you, Dan. Liam, which of us is the most stylish and why?
It's not me because I really couldn't give 2 shits what anyone thought of what I wear. So I'm going to go with Rick.
Look at that mustache you have.
Exactly.
I'm also saying Rick. The shoes alone do it for me. For Rick, I'm a big shoe guy. Jumping in the middle, Dan, you're up first. I like this question. Actually, this is fun. If you weren't hosting Oilers Nation Radio and you had your choice of jobs, what other talk show, game show, or TV show do you think you would be a good host at? I love this question.
Okay, if I wasn't hosting this,
You're hosting a game show, maybe a TV show of some kind.
I would love to host I would just like to do like a Big Brother Canada or something. So
You want to be Julie Chen Moonves?
Yeah, I'd be a Julie Chen Moonves.
I like that.
Have you
Good
seen?
gig.
Was it you, Tyler, that said Big Brother US and it sounds like August?
August.
That is
Terrible.
crazy.
We should be right in the middle of it.
Yes.
Or getting to it.
So that means it's going to end in like November
But
or in late October.
Yeah, late October.
but Big Brother.
Oh, I'll be watching preseason, so I won't be able to watch.
Yeah. I got 8 preseason games on the schedule already. Liam, what are you hosting? Talk show, game show, TV show?
I host this game every night when I'm in bed. Family Feud.
Great.
So
That's my answer too.
yeah, I'll be hosting.
Both of
Family
you are
Feud.
knocking Steve Harvey off the job, eh?
Yeah.
You host it in bed every night?
Every night I play it on my iPad.
Oh, okay.
You're playing, but you're not hosting. You need to
No,
interact.
I like to imagine you doing both at once.
Yeah.
Hey, but
How long do you play Family Feud for realistically? Is it 3 seconds before you switch to Candy Crush?
No, I play like 3 or 4 games. You got Fast Money Tournament. You just your classic.
I feel like this is not healthy.
but
You're not supposed to have the screens in bed.
Oh,
You're not getting good. You're not getting.
Does that blue light?
I love blue light.
But typing in the words is a part of the speed of the
Do you
game.
say, show me? And then whatever your answer is.
Yeah, I just read the questions out to my girlfriend. And
Do you make fun little quips though between answers?
I just stand at the end of the bed in my suit and just walk up to Andrea every time and ask her to give me an answer.
Do you kiss each contestant on the lips?
Oh, that's old school Family Feud
I
right
will
there.
not reveal what happens in the bedroom, Dan.
Aside from the Family Feud.
Tyler, you are also saying
Also
Family
call that
Feud?
Family Feud.
Or do you have a different answer?
Family Feud, yeah, totally.
Rick, what TV show, game show, whatever you hosted?
I'm going to jump in with Jay and Dan.
Jay and Dan?
Oh, like Tyler, you're going to host a sports talk show.
Oh,
It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Slide in third.
Jay and
But
I
I
don't have
want,
any
like-
projects on the side yet.
I don't want
so-
just the Sports Center one. I want to have like a little bit of fun, a little
Little tomfoolery.
little elbow room
boomsies?
like that over there. Maybe put it on HBO or something like that. 'cause
Yeah, you can swear.
I don't think CRTC is
right
gonna
after
like it very
True
much.
Detective.
Yep.
Huh?
True Detective leading into Rick's Sport Show.
Yes.
I like it.
Well, you'd be pretty good on Unsolved Mysteries too.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see
You
that.
should wait till you hear my cold performer of the week.
that mustache.
I cannot wait for you. Actually, I'm most interested in Rick listening to your cult performer of the week. If it's the one that you were describing before.
No,
It should be.
I got a
we'll
different
have the honorary one.
We're gonna get an honorary
Yeah,
one.
I like that.
If I'm hosting a game show, I would love to be Pat Sajak. He makes a lot of money doing very, very little.
You understand they do this in like 2 months too, right?
Yeah. They record a whole season of shows in like 2 months.
Yep.
Who's
And
that?
he's the host of Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, okay.
They also often go to locations to do on location shows and time it with staff vacations. So they're like, we're doing all the shows this week from Hawaii. And then Pat Sajak gets to hang out for another 2 weeks in Hawaii. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's got it pretty good.
I thought
Pat
about
Sajak, that's my job.
I thought about Jeopardy, but I don't know some of the words.
I wouldn't know how to read the words. Yeah, that'd be a
the
problem.
most difficult part.
Eberzilla.
I also think Drew Carey's got a sweet job taking over from Bob Barker. Price is Right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Big shoes to fill, buddy.
That is the
Not
problem.
anymore. I don't feel like filling Drew Carey's shoes are going to be as big as Phil.
No, but when Drew stepped in for Bob.
Great gig. Any other honorable mentions? Game shows you'd like to host? Tyler?
I'd like to host that old show on YTV called Uh-Oh.
Uh-oh, be good.
Eh?
Yep. I'd like that.
Spray people with goo.
I do like that. What you do in your own time is your own business. I do like the idea of Liam being Julie Ched Moonves.
Dude, I can see you doing hosting an electric circus.
Oh, I can boogie. I love a boogie. Last question, Liam, back to you.
Okay.
You can change any rule in the National Hockey League.
Damn it.
What is it going to be?
Any rule
Any rule.
over the glass for a delay of game.
Like that, Dan?
Goalies are full contact outside of the crease or trapezoid.
Mama.
Ick.
Rick?
Oh, man. Instigator.
Oh,
that's a good one too.
Should have all
Tyler?
said that.
Power play's got to be the full 2 minutes, and you can't ice the puck on power plays. I'd rejig how power plays work.
There's two rules. You didn't say we could change two
No,
rules.
it's rejigging power plays.
I like the full 2 minutes.
And no icing
They're
on power
doing that
plays
in the
either.
league this year, aren't they? The full 2 minutes. One of the leagues is testing that out, I think.
That's a good one.
Can you imagine the Oilers?
Can you imagine the Oilers power play and they get the full time every time?
Aren't the Oilers the reason that they stopped doing that in the first place? I thought that they used to do that when Gretzky
Way back
Oilers.
when.
No, it was the Habs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mix that up.
And that would have been like a long time
Like in the
ago.
50s, yeah.
In the BCHL, they switched it to 10-minute of consecutive overtime
The 3-on-3?
for 3-on-3 overtime to prevent
Okay, that was going to be my
shootouts.
rule. We're banning the shootout. The shootout is dead. We are extending the 3-on-3. You will get a winner if you have to.
Play your fourth liners.
If your fourth liners have to pop out there every now and then, you will get a winner. All right. It is time. She is ready. I see her over there. Actually,
All right.
she's handing out potatoes. But first, we are going to pause for an ad.
I got a bone to pick about the ads.
Oh, here we
Why?
go.
You don't like the one that just played?
Well, I don't know if it played. Damn it! Last week I went back and listened, and there was no ad.
Did you put it in?
Yes, I did put it in because I know this is my responsibility. I put it in, and I drove home later, and I thought, I wonder what I agreed to on the ad.
I wish I could
went to
find-
listen. I couldn't find it.
I wish I could find it really quickly in.
What was it? It always changes.
The ad right now, it's eHarmony.
Andrea is not going to like you endorsing that
That
one.
is not a good one. That is not good for me. I won't tell her the podcast.
I also enjoyed.
Didn't do it. Didn't do one.
I got a DM from someone that just said when Tyler goes, and now we're going to break for an ad. And it just comes back as Tyler, like being like Daily Face Off Live coming in or whatever. So it's just you.
Oh, that's a funny one.
Yeah. So I like that.
Tyler
Anyway.
throws to Tyler.
We are coming back. Kennedy's got another round of Who Said It. How many questions do you got today?
Alrighty, same role as the last few weeks.
Okay.
So there's a double.
Try not to get a donut this week.
You've
luck,
not done
Liam.
so well in this game.
I am bad at all these games we play. All of them.
Last week I got 2, so I'm looking to improve on that.
Alrighty. Good luck, boys. So question or quote 1. You don't think Ken Holland actually listens to us, right?
That could be literally any of us.
Okay. I got it though.
Okay. Second one. Okay. And then we unveil our first ever bionic man. Okay.
Okay. No looking,
I'm
Dan.
not looking. I'm not
Okay.
looking.
I want these guys throwing their ass into every single hit. You guys say these things. Already. People who do Jello shots make me sick.
Oh.
You knew that one real fast. Holy.
Already. Steve Stais is Deutsch Schrute. And last one. If it means I never have to see Devon Shore again, I'm good.
That's so harsh. Can you please read out number 2, please?
2 is, and then we unveil our first ever bionic man.
And what was number? Okay,
Liam's struggling.
I don't have someone on my list. Okay, what was number 3 again?
Jeez, buddy. Come on. That's not the point of the game.
I missed them. Fucked it up.
Number 3 is I want these guys throwing their ass into every single
Okay,
hit.
I'm good now.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. We're going to start over again. We're going to have Kennedy repeat and then give our answers. Number 1, please, Kennedy.
You don't think Ken Holland actually listens to us, right?
My guess is Dan.
My guess was Tyler.
I said Rick.
Tyler.
I said Liam.
Ooh.
I know it's not.
It was Tyler.
Yes. Finally. The
Liam's on the board.
throw is over.
I went over here.
Alrighty. Second one. And then we unveil our first ever bionic man. That was about Clough too, which
I'm going to say me.
I said Dan.
I said bag milk.
I got BM.
I got BM.
that was Dan.
Oh,
Changed.
Wow. Look at this.
I need him to return.
Throwing everything off now.
Perfection on Liam's
Yeah.
end of the table so far.
I'm perfect
trouble.
either way.
He's going undefeated.
Good job, Liam.
Going undefeated.
Alrighty. I want these guys throwing their ass into every single hit.
Tyler?
Rick.
I guess it was me.
I got me.
I got Rick.
That was Rick.
Yeah. Are you 3 for 3, Liam?
3 for 3.
Holy shit.
Wow.
It's because he had the questions reread to him, though. That's
All right. Number 4.
Alrighty. People who do jello shots make me sick.
Liam.
Liam.
I said Liam.
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 No, if I got that one wrong.
I was like, how dare
I
Yeah.
you?
think it's only because Liam did it so fast that I assumed that he was.
It was definitely the noise he made.
Yeah.
I know my reflexes.
Alrighty. Steve Stais is Dwight Schrute.
Me?
BM.
I said Tyler.
I got BM.
I got Dan.
BM.
Come on.
Are you perfect?
Liam is on the precipice of a perfect week here.
Unheard
This
of.
is unreal. This is a twofer. Like
Yeah,
this is
Oh,
could be
this is
anybody.
it.
This could
This
be
is-
literally
Oh,
anybody.
everyone's gone.
alrighty.
Okay, well, should we tell you what answer he has?
No.
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 Read the question.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at
If
that
it
look on
means I never have to see Devon Shore again, I'm good.
Tyler. That's not what I wrote down, but it's Tyler.
It's Tyler.
I guess it was me.
I have Tyler.
I had myself.
It was Dan.
I'm so glad I ruined your perfect game.
No, Liam was 5 for 6.
So no one's gone perfect yet, right?
Nope.
I did the first time.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Damn it.
Oh yeah, you are 6.
I did
Oh.
once.
Jeez.
I went 4 and 2 here though.
I went 2
for
and 6. 2 and 4. Or 2 out of 5.
It
Alrighty.
was definitely 6.
6. Jeez.
6.
Yeah, there we go.
Good work, Kennedy.
2 and 4.
2 and 4. There we go.
Another round of Kennedy's Who Said It. It's turning into everybody's favorite game, by the way. I get a lot of DMs about this. It's an excellent game. How'd everybody do? I did 2 for 6.
5 for 6.
Wow.
I did 2 for 4.
4.
2.
Great game. I love
Great game.
that. I love that. We're going to get to hot and cold performers here next. So I got to get my buttons ready. And who are we going to talk about? Star Mechanical. Star Mechanical is one of Edmonton's biggest locally owned and operated plumbing and heating businesses. They've been working within the community for over 20 years, and many of the homes built in Edmonton over the last 2 decades have had their plumbing and heating systems installed by Star Mechanical. They work with top award-winning home builders on their new homes, and they also work closely with the CHBA on events like Awards of Excellence in Housing. Star Mechanical, time for the hot and cold performers. Liam, if you don't say the one that you said before the podcast, at least as a bonus cold performer, then I just need Rick to hear it is really what I
I
need.
need to hear this too now.
Is it the thing I did last night?
Yeah,
Okay. I couldn't remember what I did. What it was.
it's the thing you did last night. That is right.
Damn it.
We're going to start off with our veggies as we always do. To my right is Tyler Yaremchuk. He is going to Nashville. He's getting set for the draft. He's getting set for the awards. And now he is getting set to deliver his cold performer of the week for the fine folks at Star Mechanical.
The NHL Board of Governors for stopping specialty jerseys in warmups. You could even, the pride conversation is a bigger one to have, but I just think like the Oilers Indigenous one with the Turtle Island logo, very, very cool. I think a lot of organizations, the Canucks did like an Asian Heritage Month jersey. That was really cool. A lot of stuff. And now you're just throwing it all away because of a bigoted group that wanted to yell and throw a fit. Too bad. NHL Board of Governors. Cool.
The funny thing is that they had such a smaller crowd get so vocal.
I know.
Just wait till those people, those exact same people, and a lot more start to lose their shit over the military jerseys. That's the very first one they're going to go at. And the same people are going to absolutely lose their mind. And the NHL is actually going to end up in deeper mud this way. And
they just pissed everyone off.
It's cowardly. It's cowardly.
It is cowardly. Rick, you're up next for Star Mechanical, your cold form of the week.
Well, I know you guys said it. It's good for you guys and you call it silly season, but if you've been on Twitter for the last week or so, you've noticed a lot. You've noticed some particular individuals coming back who I feel like they've been gone for a while, or it's been quiet or not negative, but I haven't been seeing a lot from them. And it is negativity out there about the Oilers.
Ken Holland's already fucked up the offseason.
He's already fucked it up. He's traded Bouchard. He's done this. It is so bad. It is so negative. They are actually making the Calgary thing look like it's bad for Edmonton. They're don't enjoy this because of, and Calgary's going to come back with a gigantic monster team all of a sudden. It's ridiculous. And I just want them to go away.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
My favorite thing about this is that you and I have been doing this podcast together for 5-6 years now, probably. And every year it comes around where a silly season pisses
It's
Rick
the same
off.
stuff. Just take out certain GM's name, put in different GMs.
Different GM, different player.
We've been doing this so long. The Oilers make a move, and Kevin Lowe had not been anything to do with the organization for 3 or 4 years.
Lowe must go though,
and it was Kevin Lowe's fault. And it was Kevin Lowe's. And I'm like, are you guys serious? I don't know how you guys handled it. I closed my computer very quickly.
I love silly season.
Yeah.
Nation Dan, you're up. Star Mechanical cold form of the week.
I'm just going to, Tyler, you already said it really well. I'm just going to give it to the NHL again for their cowardly move. That's my cold perform of the week.
Mr. Horban.
Okay.
For Star Mechanical, your actual cold performer of the week. And then I want you to give Rick the bonus one.
My cold performer of the week was Tyler for debunking my ghost experience that I had and said it wasn't real and that it was a spring in my closet that magically opened the door. So that's my cold performer of the week.
I like how we just at the end of this, at the end of the whole discussion, you're like,
can we get the business end of that story, please?
So I was staying at my parents' house. I was looking after the dog while they were at St. George Strait in Seattle. And I was in the living room all night, hanging out, go to bed. Hadn't been in the closet door wide open. Tyler thinks it was a spring that broke.
Liam.
I think it was paranormal activity.
Could have been.
Could have been a person living in your closet as well.
Is there a chance that the dog opened the closet?
Nope, no way, because the door was shut to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
how about the window?
Windows weren't open. It was Sunday, so I was pissing it down with rain.
Is there an attic in that closet?
No,
Okay.
All right.
it's just a ghost.
Oops. Did that one again.
That's all I heard all night.
No attic. Just a ghost.
Tyler's lack of belief in paranormal activity. Now, can you
real.
please tell Rick what you did?
So, Rick, last night I went to make steaks,
Oh, dear God.
but I went to do it on the barbecue, but I didn't have any gas on the barbecue. So
Problem generally.
Usually.
I had to do it in a pan.
Okay.
So I'm cooking these things. They look good on the outside, and then slap it on my plate, cut it open, and
Rare.
it's more than blue rare. It's still living, I think. I cut this thing open, and it's just freezing cold. So I had to chop it back up and throw it back in the pan.
You had that pan on super duper high, didn't you?
I actually had it on a 4.
On a 4 out of 10?
But you want to get it piping hot.
I had it piping up to start with.
Yeah.
And then it's another
That's how
thing.
you get the good crust on the
Another-
outside.
Oh, you must have, it was a thick steak then.
I think it was a bit thick, yeah.
Oh,
but
that's
another
good
layer
then.
to this is it was also like 10:30 at night, and I was trying not to set the smoke alarm off because I just cannot
Cooking
cook.
a steak that late.
I
Tyler's been in bed for an hour and a half.
Yeah, Tyler's been sleeping for hours.
and obviously I got some ingredients in the pan, your oils, your garlics, your butters, and these things are just flying out at me, and I'm getting sparked by oils, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, so I had to keep measuring the temperature on it and everything. And
Once you get once you're happy with both surfaces, fire in the oven.
Yeah. Get the crust, throw it in the oven, dog.
didn't think about that.
Boy.
in the microwave.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, you did not.
Oh, you did not.
I didn't.
Oh, good
Somebody
Lord.
else did.
Oh, really?
Your girlfriend did?
Yes.
Wow.
Sorry, sweetie.
Cut it into strips, throw it on the
So
pan
first
for
of
2
all-
minutes.
That's what I thought.
First,
On the
exactly.
stove?
To be fair, I think I just gone a little bit
So
too
first of
far.
all, you're endorsing eHarmony,
Yep.
and now you just told the whole entire world that she threw a steak in the microwave.
Yep.
I feel like you might be sleeping at the parents' house again tonight.
She's away this
fucking
weekend,
ghosts.
so I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and the ghosts are going to be hanging out.
That's the thing. I didn't discuss the ghosts in my parents' house, but I don't want them to hear me.
The ghosts?
The ghost. I'll ghost.
How do you know it didn't come back with you?
We don't.
Just wrap it up real quick. My cold performer of the week is the fact that there are 8 preseason games. It fucking sucks.
Are you thrilled? I'm not.
All right, let's flip it around. Let's end off the podcast. Liam, you're up first. Your star mechanical hot performer of the week.
It's been a crazy week. I don't really ever have a hot performer of the week, if I have to
Everything
be
sucks.
completely be honest.
Everything's
Come
shit.
on.
I can't think of anything. Actually, I got one. The gentleman, Kyler, I believe his name was, who gave me a Papa John's discount code
Ah, nice.
after 10 p.m. for 50% off. Woo.
That's good time.
Thank you, Kyler.
The big guy is smoking
How
hot.
did you not have that on the tip of your tongue already, Liam?
I was too distracted by my 2 cold performances.
For the record, I'm pretty sure Papa John's gives you 50% off anytime. You just got to know exactly which one you're looking for.
Damn it. We're paying full price all these shit.
Can you be dropping the old Gregor code still?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Code word Grigor.
By the way, speaking of Jason Greger, he's going to be Jason the intern on Oilers Nation every day next week.
Doing my show in Nashville with me, and I said, "Oh, you got to carry my bags at the airport, there, buddy. You're new here. This ain't radio anymore, Griggs."
Jason the intern. Watch out for him on Oilers Nation content next week.
I would like video footage of this, please.
Yeah, when you tell him that he's Jason the intern, please record that. We will. Well, I guarantee we'll have new buttons
Send
for
it
the
to
podcast.
Hockey
That's
Fights.
for sure. Nation Dan, your star mechanical hot performer of the week.
My hot performer of the week is going to go out to 2 franchises that seemingly, at least from where I sit, enjoyed the past few years, where Edmonton was to be the destination where nobody wanted to play. Now Winnipeg and Calgary, you can join us as destinations where nobody wants to play with you guys, and you have to fight that to be able to bring in free agents. Welcome to the couch as one of us.
Pour it on.
Rick, your star mechanical hot performer of the week.
Well, it's going to be along those lines, but I mean, I don't necessarily agree with they would rather sign in Calgary, Winnipeg over here, but just the dismantling of the Calgary Flames.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I can.
I can't believe it.
You're eager with the
I
buttons.
can't believe it.
Tyler, you're up next. Star mechanical hot performer of the week.
I believe we only have one professional athlete who listens to this podcast, and it's our pal Eric Sabrowski, who had quite the long road back from injury over the last year and a bit, but he is back in the Cleveland Guardians organization. He was assigned to the Akron Rubber Ducks and was finally able to get back on a mound in AA baseball. He's now made 7 appearances, and let me tell you how he's doing. Edmonton product, playing professional ball, lefty reliever. First appearance since coming back from Tommy John. 1 inning, struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. Beautiful.
Pretty good.
Didn't give up a run. Second outing, didn't give up a run, struck out 4. Third outing, didn't give up a run. Fourth outing, didn't give up a run. Fifth outing, guess what, Rick?
Didn't give up a run.
Didn't give up a goddamn run. 7 innings pitched now in 5 appearances since coming back from Tommy John, and he's ripping it up. So shout out to Eric Sabrowski.
He's a hot guy.
He is.
He's very handsome.
He's a hot guy.
So you don't think we could convince him to throw a couple pitches at us this year?
He's busy, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got shit to do. Why?
He's a hot guy.
Doing hot guy shit.
Call him up, Cleveland.
Come on.
I'm going to start tweeting him.
The
He's got time.
Gregor promo code does work. I saved $4.62 on my large pepperoni pizza.
May I make a suggestion here?
I'm gonna wait till 10 p.m. and use a 50% off code.
No, you need to get some dips. So get the garlic dip and the spicy garlic dip, and get like 5 of each because they're.
Well, I wonder if
They
that's
work
gonna
a lot.
help me save a little bit. Let's find out.
Well,
I
Liam's
guarantee
working
you,
on
every
that.
time you add something, it's going to make you save more.
While Liam's working on his discount, we'll check back in with him. By the way, nothing from the Mascot Hall of Fame? They still ghosting us?
Maybe they were the ghosts in my closet.
Those motherfuckers.
Have you tried reaching out again?
Let's all start badgering them. I'm going to Andy Dufresne them. I'm going to write 1 letter a week until they give us punter in the Hall of Fame.
No,
We could
just have to-
probably-
we have to figure out what the anti-mascot Hall of Fame is and go for them.
Yeah.
Whoever's taking down the mascot Hall of Fame, we got to go after that.
The alternate Mascot Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
There's the NHL Hall of Fame this week too. We didn't talk about
Shout out to former Edmonton Oilers head coach Ken Hitchcock.
That is our honorary hot performer.
Yeah.
Is
The coach didn't show puck.
Is anybody in this room upset about Alex McGillney not making it?
I think the conversation is done.
Shouldn't be in there.
I think
He
it's
should be there, but
It should be, but it's interesting not.
Yeah.
But they were saying it's like, oh, it's tougher now to put in a Russian. He defected.
Yeah, he
If
left.
anything, it's
He's
like a fuck
literally
you
the-
to this whole thing. To be like, look, McGillney's in the hall now.
Yeah, they
Suck
showed
it.
him 2 spots.
Yeah.
There's that story too, and I'm going to fuck it up because of when Mike Keenan was coaching in Vancouver and he was screaming at, I'm paraphrasing, he's screaming at Alex McGillney. And everybody's kind of like, oh man, he doesn't normally go on Alex McGillney that much. And then Alex McGillney goes, do you know the story of how I defected? Do you know how they threatened to kill all my family? Do you think I'm fucking scared of you? Something like that. Great.
That's pretty close.
So you know what, Alex McGillney, that story, again, every year it pops up around Hall of Fame time. That is my hot performer of the week.
This is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you not.
With 2 dips, I say 5-12.
There you go.
Attaboy.
Savings
Mm-hmm.
from Jason the intern.
If you're a dipper, man, grab more. They're very good.
Well, we'll see. I don't
Just dip
want
your
the price
fingers
going
in.
up anymore, Rick. Trying to save some money here.
But your savings are going up at the same time, though.
It is true.
That
The
is
more you
true.
spend, the more you save.
The old saver's fallacy. Yep.
Sometimes you just want to dip your fingers in there and give them a little lick too. So you need some extras, right? You get any food caught in that soup strainer of yours yet or no?
This little guy?
It looks like it can handle a little something now.
Yeah, every now and then.
All right.
I do need to give it a bit of a trim.
I don't
Like
think
a
so.
poppy seed, perhaps, or a sesame seed off a Big Mac.
I'd like to see you go full
I'm more
Lorax,
of a-
actually, if I'm being honest.
More of a quarter pounder guy. A Big Mac. Easiest to eat when you're driving.
Fair. Again,
while you're
Cornerstone
driving.
Insurance, don't listen. CornerstoneINS.ca. Thank you to Cornerstone Insurance, AMA Travel, Betway, Wilhawk Beef Jerky, and Star Mechanical for making Oilers Nation possible. And most importantly, all of you, watch out next week. We're going to have 2 episodes of Oilers Nation Radio next week. Tyler's going to be in Nashville. Watch out for some articles from Nashville on OilersNation.com. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming up next week and the week after free agency. Have a great weekend, everybody.